Hey everyone, this is Kevin, your Aptpreneur. And you know what? Through all the bad things that have been going on with Uber, one thing that can be said is that, hey, you know what? They are booking more rides than ever before. And as they book more rides and as they continue to scam people out of money with the upfront pricing and everything, they are shortening the gap to profitability. Their losses were this much, then they became this much, and they became this much. And they just went back up. They went back up, as you can read with this article from Reuters titled "Uber's third quarter net loss widens to 1.46 billion." Let's read the full article because it's short. It's short this time, where it says Uber Technology Inc.'s quarterly losses widened. A source familiar with the matter told Reuters on Tuesday, as the ride-hailing company wades through legal troubles and faces regulatory scrutiny across the board. The Silicon Valley-based company's net loss increased to $1.46 billion in the third quarter from $1.06 billion in the previous quarter, the source said. Quarterly net revenue rose 14% to $2 billion, and gross bookings increased 11.5% to $9.7 billion on a sequential basis, the person said. As a private company, Uber is not required to publicly report its financial results, but earlier this year it began offering a glimpse of its performance by disclosing certain numbers. On Tuesday, a consortium led by SoftBank Group Corp launched a tender offer for shares of Uber. The Japanese company said some notable early Uber investors, including venture capital firms Benchmark, which owns 13% of Uber, worth $9 billion, and Menlo, plan to sell stock. Uber has been hit by a series of scandals this year, with the latest being a regulatory crackdown after disclosing that it paid hackers $100,000 to keep secret a massive breach last year that exposed personal data from around 57 million accounts. So, let's see if that $48 billion valuation stands. SoftBank may want a steeper discount at this point. Because here's the interesting thing is you'll notice in the article, which you can read below, quarterly net revenue rose 14%. And gross bookings increased 11.5%. And yet their losses got deeper. They went from losing $1.06 billion the previous quarter to $1.46 billion in the third quarter. Not that $1.06 billion is that much less of a loss, if we're being completely honest. But that's the thing. That's so strange, the SoftBank thing. Uber is depending so much on this SoftBank money. It's like it's only going to keep them in business for 4 more months at most, maybe 5. And I don't know what. In all fairness, I don't think they had to get to this point. I think had the rates stayed fair and the drivers remained happy, you wouldn't have had the turnover people have. You wouldn't have had all these bonuses being paid off. Had they not been breaking the law so much, they wouldn't have had to settle all these lawsuits. Had they not tried to piss off Google, they wouldn't be in this massive lawsuit that threatens to literally swallow the company whole. If they hadn't been investing all this money in these driverless cars that are, yes, they're on the road and they're being tested, but they aren't pulling their weight yet. They aren't making the company money. They're just a drain right now. And their flying car, give me a flippin' break. And this is just... And their losses are getting worse. Their losses are getting worse. I don't see it getting any better, because now they're getting hit with all these lawsuits by states and cities and attorney generals and the public and the drivers. They can't afford to pay them all off. Or maybe they could, but what do they have left at that point? I have to say, their new CEO, he better have a magic trick up his sleeve or something, because this is just ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. And I don't see the company getting out of this anytime soon. And anyway, I'm pretty sure I know what you guys are going to say, but I'd love to hear it anyway. You can comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy these videos, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.